a rich husband. She got herself a brand new daughter. And I was old news.
You're referring to your half-sister, Rosanna Cabot.
Moneybags.
Mrs. Dixon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to say this my own way.
I'll allow some leeway.
Now, I know how it must sound, how it must seem, you know, have a kid, collect some cash, but it wasn't just about the money. You see, I lost a child before Parker. Rosanna pushed me overboard on the Valletta, this ship.
She did this deliberately?
She was angry. We were fighting. I was almost due, and I lost a baby. You bury your child, but not your hopes and your dreams. And every time that due date rolls around, I'm forced to say goodbye again to my daughter. I had nothing left. I wanted something, anything, to make me want to live again. To make me want to wake up in the morning, to make me want to get out of bed, to make me feel at least like I could pretend I had a life. So I cut a deal with Rosanna, and she had her reasons too. I figured, why not? What I have to lose?
But you didn't conceive a child right away.
No. No, you can't replace a child. I had to be ready to move on. And then Rosanna decided to put a deadline on the deal, and I should have walked away right then, I know that. But I didn't. I figured she took my daughter from me. Why shouldn't I take from her? Take her money. At least then I could have my son and give him the kind of life that I never had. He would have a mother who loves him more than anything and who would never leave him. Not for anything. And we'd be wealthy enough that I could give him anything we ever needed. But even so, it wasn't all about the money. It was about setting things right for me and for Parker. Yes. Lieutenant Munson did believe that he was the father.
And you went along with it?
He could have been. It was sort of a toss-up there for a while, and time was short. I had to deal with what I had. I know how that sounds. But somehow, at the time, in my mind, I was able to separate the lies and the money from the baby. I wanted my baby. I loved my baby. I wanted the money for him. It wasn't about me. It was about him.
How did you learn that Dr. Dixon was the father?
Dr. Dixon confessed to me that he inseminated me with his own sperm.
And the contract stipulating that he would marry you if you gave him sole custody?
I wasn't even thinking past the moment. It was like putting out the latest fire, you know. I had no intention of giving up my son. Not for $50 million, not for $500 million, not for anything. I know what it's like to want your mom, to pray that your mom will show up, to tuck you in at night, and to hold you, and to love you. A mom is a kid's whole world. And when that world falls apart, call it what it is. Blackmail. John blackmailed me to try to get his hands on Parker.
Objection.
Overruled.
There's no proof of wrongdoing on my client's part.
Would you like to recall Dr. Dixon? Continue, Miss Tinney.
Good call, Your Honor. Anyhow, I don't know a single parent who hasn't lied at one point or another for their child, who hasn't twisted the truth or tried to fix things to help their child. Parker's my miracle. He's the reason I wake up every morning with a smile on my face, not because of some bank account. He is the reason that I don't mind that I only get 1 hour sleep at night, you know? He is the reason my life has meaning because I'm his mother. I finally did something right. My sister wants the money back. Take it. The court would like me to give this money to charity. Just say so. It's nothing. Parker is priceless. My son is the only thing in the world that is invaluable to me.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Mrs. Dixon. We'll take a brief recess.
You were incredible.
Well, telling the truth is sure exhausting.
You may have pulled the bat out of the fire there.
You're good, you know that? You're
Shut up,
really good, but I wouldn't give her the gold statue just yet, because Crocodile Tears ain't gonna win this.
Get lost.
He's right.
Every word was sincere,
No, I'm not
Greg.
accusing you of faking it. I'm just saying the judge isn't going to rule based on her emotions.
So what can we do?
Well, hit the weak link.
Weasel Jr. Crack his story wide open.
No, I can't put a child on the stand and bully him. That always backfires.
What about Hal?
Hal hates me.
Oh, he married you.
Trust me, he won't be any help.
There's got to be something.
We recall M.J. Dixon to the stand.
Your Honor, my son has been through enough here.
Dr. Dixon.
It's very damaging to him.
Control your client.
Really, I can't allow that, Your Honor. He's a young boy.
It is well within the proceedings of this court, and if you don't sit down, I'll have you removed. Now, son, would you come on back to the stand? It's okay. Bailiff?
And told you that you're still under oath, and it's very important that you tell the truth.
Objection.
Sustained. I've already instructed the child, Mr. Lawrence.
Yes, Your Honor. M.J., you told us that Carly dropped little Parker. Is there anything else you want to tell us about that incident? It's okay, son. Take your time. We all understand. Truth's worth waiting for. MJ, could you please say that a little louder? Don't be afraid.
I dropped Parker. She wouldn't let me hold him.
So, you dropped the baby. I guess you were afraid that you'd get into trouble, huh? So you said that Carly did it.
I lied. Daddy told me not to tell anyone, but Dad, it's wrong to lie.
Got that?
Before I make my ruling, I'd like to take a moment to commend young Matthew John Dixon for the example he set today for all of us. It's always right to tell the truth, MJ. Don't listen to anyone who tells you otherwise. Now to the matter at hand. Given that both parents are financially and emotionally stable, the larger remaining issue is one of character. Sadly, I find both of you lacking in that regard. However, after reviewing all of today's testimony, this court believes the minor child, Parker Joe Dixon, will be more positively influenced in the care of his mother. I'm granting you full custody with the provision that Dr. Dixon be allowed visitation with his son 1 day a week and alternate weekends. We're adjourned. Miss Griffin?
Well, Rosanna, you were only able to make me lose one child. It must be a real blow for you.